Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. The time for excuses is over. If you're waiting for the right time to take charge of your life, let me tell you something, there is no right time. The perfect moment is a lie. There is no magical day when all the stars will align and everything will fall perfectly into place. That day doesn't exist. The only time you have is right now. Right now is the only opportunity you have to make a change, to take action, to start living the life you've been dreaming about. If you keep waiting for the right moment, you'll be stuck in the same place for the rest of your life. Take charge today, not tomorrow, not next year. Today. Let's get one thing clear, your success is your responsibility. There's no one coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success on a silver platter. It's all on you. You can't blame your circumstances, your background, your lack of resources, or anything else. You are in control of your life. The moment you accept that responsibility is the moment you stop being a victim of your own story and start becoming the hero. Take full ownership. Everything that's happened to you, everything you've been through, every choice you've made, it's all a result of the decisions you've made up until now. So if you're not happy with where you are, it's time to take charge and change it. No more blaming, no more excuses. Understand this, success doesn't come from comfort. You cannot stay in your cozy little bubble and expect to achieve greatness. Success is messy, it's uncomfortable. It requires you to get up, get uncomfortable, and get moving, even when you don't feel like it. The road to success isn't easy. It's full of obstacles, failures, and setbacks. But let me tell you this, the most successful people didn't get there by staying comfortable. They got there by doing what others weren't willing to do. They took the risks, faced the fears, and stepped outside of their comfort zones. You have to be willing to do the same. Embrace discomfort. That's where growth happens. And let's be real for a second, stop making excuses. Excuses are the chains that keep you stuck. Every time you say, I can't, I don't have enough, or it's too hard, you're handing over control of your life to your excuses. That's not how winners think. Winners don't make excuses, they make plans. They figure out how to get it done, no matter the obstacles. If you want to take charge of your life, you need to stop making excuses and start taking action. The truth is simple, you can either make progress or make excuses, but you can't do both. The choice is yours. Finally, let me tell you something you need clear. Non-negotiable goals. You cannot be half-hearted about your dreams. You cannot wander through life hoping that success will somehow fall into your lap. If you want to win, you need a plan. You need goals that are crystal clear, that drive you every single day. No more, maybe one day set clear, specific goals and make them non-negotiable. No excuses. No compromises. You either go all in or you don't. If you're not willing to fight for your goals, then why should anyone else believe in them? So here it is, the time is now. Take charge of your life today. Stop waiting. Stop making excuses. Stop sitting on the sidelines and hoping for things to change. Change starts with you. It starts with the decision to take full ownership of your life and your future. Get uncomfortable. Set your goals and commit to them. There's no magic formula, there's no secret shortcut. It's just you, your commitment, and your willingness to do whatever it takes to make it happen. It's time to stop being passive and start being active. Take charge of your life today. Stop waiting for the right time. Let me tell you something, the right time doesn't exist. That moment you're holding out for, that magical point, when everything aligns perfectly, it's an illusion. People who are successful don't wait for some grand opportunity to present itself. They don't wait for their circumstances to change or for the stars to magically line up in their favor. They create their own opportunities. They take action now. The truth is, the right time you're waiting for is nothing more than a comfortable excuse to stay exactly where you are. It's a crutch that keeps you stuck in the same place year after year, hoping for something outside of yourself to change. But you have to realize that the moment you're waiting for is now. There's never going to be a perfect moment. You're never going to feel 100% ready. you'll never have all the information, all the resources, or all the answers. If you keep waiting for everything to fall perfectly into place, you'll be waiting your entire life. It's time to stop being a spectator in your own life and start playing the game. Waiting for the right time is just a form of procrastination. You know what it is? It's that little voice in your head telling you that you need just a little more time, just a little more preparation, just a little more of something before you can take action. And while that voice is speaking, life is passing you by. What you need to understand is that the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now. You can sit around analyzing every possible outcome, every possible risk, but until you take action, nothing will change. Action is what moves you forward. Action is what creates momentum. Action is what turns your dreams into reality. It's about stepping out of the shadow of doubt and fear and deciding right here and right now that you are going to make it happen, regardless of the timing, regardless of the circumstances. There's a price to be paid for waiting. The more you wait, the further behind you fall. You see others moving, others succeeding, and you think, why not me? It's because they made a decision to act when you were still waiting for the perfect moment. The difference between you and them is action. The ones who succeed don't wait for everything to align. They make it happen. They push through the fear, the uncertainty, the messiness. They take that first step, even when they don't know exactly where it leads. They embrace the discomfort of uncertainty because they understand that nothing great ever came from sitting around hoping for the right time to show up. If you want to change your life, you've got to get off the sidelines and take the leap now. You won't have all the answers. You won't have all the resources. But guess what? That's okay. That's part of the journey. It's part of the grind. It's part of what makes success meaningful. You don't need perfection. You don't need a guarantee. You just need the courage to take the first step, to start before you feel ready. When you take action, you learn. You figure it out as you go. You make adjustments. You learn from your mistakes, and you keep moving forward. But the key is to start. Don't wait for the perfect conditions, the right timing, or the right circumstances. The right time is now. The only thing standing in your way is the decision to act. Stop waiting for things to magically fall into place. If you want a new life, a new career, a new success, you need to start right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when it feels more convenient. The time to take action is today. Now, get uncomfortable, get moving. You have everything you needed to start right where you are. And when you do, you'll realize that the right time was never a moment, it was always the decision to start. Your success is your responsibility. Let that sink in. There is no one else who can take ownership of your life, your dreams, your future except you. You cannot keep waiting for someone to rescue you or give you permission to succeed. You can't wait for the right time or the perfect circumstances. Success doesn't care about your past, your mistakes, or your setbacks. Success only cares about what you're willing to do about it now. And it's time for you to step up and take full responsibility for your journey. For too long, many of us have been conditioned to think that success is something that happens to you, something that you either get or you don't. We've been led to believe that it's luck, or timing, or circumstances that determine who succeeds and who doesn't. But here's the truth: success is a choice, not a chance. You don't wait for the stars to align. You don't wait for the perfect moment. You make the choice every single day to take control of your life and move toward the future you want. It starts with a decision that no matter what happens, you will take responsibility for your actions, for your choices, and for the direction you're going in. Too many people play the victim. They blame their circumstances, their environment, their upbringing, their lack of resources, their failures. They blame everyone and everything but themselves. And that's exactly why they're stuck. As long as you keep blaming others or waiting for someone else to change things for you, you're powerless. The moment you decide to take responsibility for everything in your life is the moment you take back your power. The moment you stop pointing fingers and start looking at what you can control, that's when you unlock your true potential. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you won't face challenges. It doesn't mean you won't fail. It doesn't mean things will always be easy. In fact, you will face obstacles, you will fail, and things will get difficult. But what it does mean is that you will own those challenges. You will own the failures as lessons and not excuses. When you take full responsibility, you stop seeing problems as barriers and start seeing them as opportunities to grow. When you own your success, you also own your failures, your shortcomings, and your setbacks. And it's in that ownership that you find the power to keep moving forward, to learn from your mistakes, and to get better. You see, success is not about waiting for someone else to give you permission. It's not about hoping that things will fall into place for you. It's about waking up every single day and taking responsibility for the actions you take, the mindset you adopt, and the decisions you make. No one else can do this for you. Your success is on you. Every moment you spend blaming circumstances or waiting for external factors to change is a moment you're giving away to someone or something else. Take that power back. The people who succeed are the ones who understand that responsibility is the key. They understand that they are the ones who determine their fate, not their environment or the people around them. If you want to see success, you have to take action. You have to stop waiting for the perfect conditions and create the conditions yourself. It's about making the choice to do what others won't do, to push through when others quit, to make the sacrifices others aren't willing to make. You hold the keys to your success. No one is coming to hand it to you. No one is going to wave a magic wand and make everything perfect for you. It's up to you to make it happen. The sooner you realize this, the sooner you'll start seeing real change. Stop waiting, stop procrastinating, stop blaming, and take control of your life. Own your decisions, own your actions, and own your future. Because at the end of the day, your success is your responsibility and no one else's. If you want to grow, if you want to become the person you know you're capable of being, then you've got to embrace discomfort. Let me tell you something, you're not going to grow by staying in your safe little bubble. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It doesn't happen when you're kicking back on the couch, letting life happen to you. Growth comes when you're uncomfortable, when you're stretched, when you're pushed to the edge of your limits. That's where growth happens. And if you're not willing to get uncomfortable, then you're not really serious about your future. I think about it every time you've experienced growth in your life, every time you've leveled up. It's because you stepped into the unknown. You took a risk. You faced a challenge. You did something that scared you and you didn't run away from it. You leaned into it. That's how greatness is built. If you're constantly looking for the easy way out, if you're always waiting for the perfect conditions, you'll never reach your potential. The road to success isn't paved with comfort. It's paved with grit, determination, and discomfort. It's about choosing to do the hard things, the things that other people shy away from, because that's what separates the winners from the losers. Here's the truth, you can't stay where you are and expect to become something greater. You can't expect to go from zero to hero without going through some growing pains. It's a necessary part of the process. Discomfort is the price you pay for growth. The moment you understand that, the moment you stop fighting the discomfort and start accepting it as part of the process, that's when things change. You'll stop running away from the challenges and start running toward them. Because you'll realize that those challenges are the very things that will push you to the next level. When you're uncomfortable, when you're in that space where you're not sure if you're going to make it, that's when your true potential begins to emerge. You learn more about yourself when you're facing adversity than you do in times of ease. You'll discover strength you didn't know you had, resilience you didn't think was possible, and determination that will carry you through the hardest of times. If you run from discomfort, you run from your growth. And if you keep running, you'll never know how far you could have gone. you'll never know what you're truly capable of achieving. So instead of avoiding discomfort, seek it out. Embrace the struggle. Take on the challenges head on. Get in the ring and fight for what you want, even when the odds are stacked against you. Every single successful person has faced moments of discomfort, whether it's in the form of failure, rejection, criticism, or self-doubt. But they didn't let that stop them. They used it as fuel to keep going. They didn't quit when things got tough. They didn't back down. They kept pushing forward, knowing that on the other side of discomfort was the growth they needed to become the person they were meant to be. You see, it's easy to sit back and wish for a life of ease, to wish that things would just fall into place without putting in the work. But if you do that, if you take the easy route, you'll miss out on the opportunity to grow into the best version of yourself. Don't be afraid of discomfort. Don't shy away from the hard work. Because when you embrace discomfort, you embrace your potential. You embrace the person you're destined to become. And that person, the one who faces challenges with courage, the one who pushes through adversity, the one who rises above fear, that's the person who achieves greatness. So stop running from discomfort and start running toward your future. Because the sooner you get comfortable being uncomfortable, the sooner you'll see the life you've always wanted unfold in front of you. And enough with the excuses. Let's get one thing straight: excuses are the barrier between you and your success. Every time you tell yourself, I can't, it's too hard, or I don't have enough, you are giving away your power. You're allowing circumstances, fears, and doubts to control your life. And the worst part, you're letting yourself off the hook. You're saying that your dreams aren't worth fighting for. You're saying that your goals aren't worth the effort. But the truth is, your dreams are worth everything. And if you want to achieve them, you have to stop making excuses and start taking action. The reality is that everyone has challenges. Everyone faces setbacks. Everyone encounters obstacles along the way. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they respond to those obstacles. The successful don't make excuses, they find solutions. They don't throw in the towel when things get tough. Instead, they roll up their sleeves and get to work. It's not about the circumstances you face, it's about how you choose to respond to them. When you make excuses, you're choosing to let your challenges define you. But when you take action, when you find a way through, you're choosing to define yourself. You've been given a gift of choice. You can either choose to be a victim of your situation, or you can choose to be the hero of your story. But let me tell you something, no one ever succeeded by playing the victim. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by making excuses. They didn't let fear, doubt, or failure hold them back. They faced the same challenges you face, but they decided that no excuse was big enough to stop them from achieving what they wanted. They took responsibility for their own lives, and they refused to accept the idea that they were powerless. I think about it. Every time you make an excuse, you're convincing yourself that you don't have what it takes. You're telling yourself that the circumstances are too tough, that the path is too hard. And what happens? You get stuck. You stay where you are. You never move forward. Excuses paralyze you. They trap you in a cycle of inaction, and the longer you stay in that cycle, the harder it becomes to break free. But the moment you stop making excuses, the moment you take full responsibility for your actions and your choices, you break the chains that are holding you back. And that's when things start to change. That's when progress begins. Understand this: excuses don't change anything. They don't make your situation better. They don't solve your problems. They just make you feel better for a moment. But that moment passes and you're left right where you started, stuck. The only thing that changes your life is action. The only thing that moves you forward is doing the work, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's hard, and even when you don't feel like it. You can keep making excuses, but the truth is, those excuses will never bring you closer to your dreams. Action will. You don't need more time. You don't need more money. You don't need better circumstances. You need to take the first step. Stop waiting for everything to be perfect, because it never will be. Stop waiting for the right moment, because it's already here. The only thing holding you back is the stories you've been telling yourself, the excuses that have been keeping you in your comfort zone. And let me tell you something, the comfort zone is the killer of dreams. If you want to live the life you've always dreamed of, you need to get uncomfortable. You need to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone and take the risks necessary to achieve your goals. No more excuses. Take responsibility. Face your fears. Make the decisions you've been avoiding. Do what you know you need to do, even when you don't feel like it. When you stop making excuses, you take control of your future. You stop letting circumstances dictate your life, and you start creating the life you've always wanted. It's time to stop being passive and start being active. Time to stop waiting for permission and start giving yourself the green light. Time to stop being a spectator in your own life and become the one who takes the wheel. The choice is yours. You can either keep making excuses or you can start making progress. You can either keep spinning your wheels or you can start moving forward. The key to success isn't waiting for the perfect moment, it's taking action in the moment you're in. It's time to stop making excuses and start making things happen. Now, I want you to understand this, the moment you stop making excuses is the moment everything starts to change. The life you're dreaming of, the success you're chasing, it's right there waiting for you, but only if you choose to act. Stop letting your circumstances define you. Stop allowing fear, doubt, and comfort to hold you back. You have everything you need right now to take that first step. Your future is shaped by the decisions you make today, and if you keep making excuses, you'll never see the potential that lies ahead of you. So make a choice. Stop making excuses, take full responsibility, and start moving forward. The power is in your hands. It's time to stop waiting and start living.